Hi everyone, it's Jen. I was asked by a couple of people, how do I deal with my family, being African American and growing up on a typical African American diet, at least for um, my family. And so I want to speak on that. Um, my family, I grew up in a very small town, and um, my mother and my grandmother were very, um, they believed in like using natural things to help with ailments and things. So my mother was very open. To whatever it is that I'm doing to be healthy. So when I approached her regarding eating raw, she was supportive. But of course, sometimes she gets into the mother mode, and excuse me, when I go home and she wants to feed me a lot of cooked foods. Um, but when I graciously turn it down, um, she's fine. She'll find something that I can eat, so she's real supportive. Um, my sister, my dad, it doesn't matter. My sister, my siblings, they're pretty much. They think it's a little strange, but they're supportive, and yeah, I don't have a big problem with that. But my older sister, Kim, she always tells me, well, you always were a strange kid. So we laugh it off. We have a good laugh off of it or whatever. Um, so it's not a big issue for us. I find that I have issues with people at work. And I mean, and that's ironic because um, they don't know me on a personal level, outside of my job, but I'm surprised at how involved people get into something that's out of their normal, their comfort zone. And so I get a lot of um, flack at work, you know, but the way I deal with that is pretty much how I deal in real life, outside of my job. It doesn't matter. They're not they're not going to dictate what I do for me. And I find um it to be ignorant on their part to assume that they should have that much say so into someone's life. Um so it doesn't really matter to me. I try to educate them, the ones that are kind of open-minded, but the closed-minded people, I'd rather spend my energy doing something else, possibly watching grass grow. Because I mean, it is what it is. So that's how I bring my meals, and I feel good. And when they're slumped over, going, "Oh my God, I'm so exhausted," I mean, I have energy to spare. So that just lets me know that what I'm doing is better for me than what they're doing, because I don't want to feel like that. I know what it feels like to feel like that at 4 hours into work and whatever. So I don't I don't like I don't really I don't really let people bother me with that, because I'm gonna do me. I've always been that kind of kid. I was a kid that was picked on in school for being different from other people, whatever it was, whatever the case was. Didn't wear the hip clothes, or whatever it was, and that was okay, because I was able to do me, and I liked being different, so it just gave me the mentality that it's cool to be different. It taught me a lesson, and I'm glad it did, because I don't want to be like, you know I find that the things that are the norm or what everybody's doing is not that appealing to me, you know. So, that's how I deal with it. I don't let it get next to me. And, I find that I feel that anyone who's that critical of what I'm doing, something, and it's something healthy what I'm doing, eating raw, it makes me think that, huh, they can't be that happy with their lives. Maybe they want to lose weight. Maybe they are unhappy in other areas of their life that they would take that much energy to try to interject themselves into something that has nothing to do with them. So, I pity them, So that's how I deal with things. I hope I answered your questions, and everything. But that's who I am. I just don't really let people dictate what what I'm supposed to do or who I'm supposed to be. Never have. And like I said, I hope that that answered your question. Oh, and another question I received was that some of you have heard me mention that I was going through rotations with mental health and what was it? Mental health and peds, and you were curious to know what type of schooling. I mean, that I'm involved in, and it is nursing. One of you said that. Is it nursing? Yes, it is nursing. I will be graduating from um, RN school in December, God willing, and I'm very excited. I've worked extremely hard to accomplish this, and I'm very proud of myself, and looking forward to celebration. Woo! Can't wait. And but I do love what I do. I have been an LPN for several years, and I decided to go back and get my RN. And I love being a nurse. And it's very rewarding for me. And I plan to continue um, going to school. I'm going to start taking some classes in January after I graduate. But I'm just going to take it easy, low speed on that. But I plan to go back for my master's as soon as possible because that's something I desire to have as well. And but that's what I do, and I'm very passionate about it. Love it. I've learned so much about it. I learned so much about loving and enjoying life and not sweating the little things. And it's it puts things in perspective for me at least when someone is terminal and or maybe not even terminal, but I mean their health is declining and they are fighting, they're fighting to enjoy that day, that moment, and they're like, I'm not going to let it get me down, and and just full of fight. I mean, it kind of makes me look at like the little problems that I have. I'm not saying that I don't get down, because I do. Things do affect me, but not many things affect me because I look at it and I'm like, you know what? Not worth the time. It's like, I'd rather put that energy towards something else and enjoying that sunshine and enjoying my family, friends, and my puppy Chubby, and my husband, of course, enjoying the people that are around me. It's important for me to do that because, life is so fleeting that, you don't want to wake up one day and be regretful, or whatever. So, anyway, that's my spiel on that. Let me get off my soapbox or whatever. But anyway, that is what I do, and I hope I answered your questions. If not, please leave me a comment, and I will do my best to provide better information. And yeah, that's it. I'll be back to give you an update in a few. Bye. Peace.